my girl. I think she got lost somewhere in the shuffle since last week's shite show. QST, 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 calling all amateurs to the Beacon Net pre-show. Sponsored by the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association right here on the W8WKY repeater 147 Mark 390, positive offset, and a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. We meet here every Wednesday and Sunday night at 10 p.m. Eastern. That's 9 o'clock Tulsa time. Have a few laughs, do some trivia, and just generally have a good time. All licensed amateurs are welcome. This is a controlled net, asset all traffic pass through net control. Your net control operator this evening for the pre-show is Kilo Delta 8 Sierra Lima Golf, KD8 SLG. My personal is Nick, November India Charlie Kilo, just Nick. So we'll do a couple rounds of early check-ins. Just line you guys up, then I will go through, see who's sticking around to play trivia, see who's here just to say hi. And at the top of the hour, Josh will take over tonight, W8HRF. He's got trivia, and I believe Miss Lucy has some alt trivia for us. So, stick around, should be a good time. Before we get the party started, let's check in with the net control team tonight, make sure everybody's stuff is working. So I like to call it the Mickey Mouse roll call. W8HRF. This is KD8SLG. Josh, you out there, and how you doing? You ready to rock and roll?
KD8SLG on the Beaconette pre-show, W8HRF. Everything seems to be working. You'll have to let me know how I'm sounding and if I'm breathing all over the mic. Hopefully not. I'm here, ready to rock and roll. Got some trivia, and I got my foot ready to hit that PTT down there. So, KD8SLG, W8HRF. Thanks for running the pre-show, Nick.
I think you did that heavy breath on purpose. Good to hear you, man. You're coming in loud and proud. I'm not going to give any signal reports here on the handy-talkie with the speaker microphone. That's for darn sure. But I heard everything you had to say, so that works for me. And I'll be handing off to you at the top of the hour. Thanks for picking up for Dustin. We're going to clear with W8HRF. Speaking of Dustin, let's see if he's out there tonight or if he's just taken off completely. KD8EPC, this is KD8SLG. You joining us somehow or another there, Dustin?
KD8SLG and the Beaconette pre-show. Well, good evening, Nick. I'm here. I'm actually just got into the shack 5 minutes ago, so I just got here in time. So I am glad that Josh has the net tonight because my computer just crashed and the hard drive seems to totally be gone. So even if I would have been here tonight, somebody else would have had to do it. But on a good note, I am going to stick around for the big show. I have lots of comments later, and yeah, that's all. So, KD8EPC, back to pre-net control. We'll catch you guys later on.
All right, Dustin, glad you could be here with us tonight, man. I thought maybe you'd be out on a kayak or floating in the dark or something, chasing Sasquatch. I got you sticking around. Fine business. We're going to clear with KD8EPC. Let's see if Nick at Night's at home. KD8QKO, KD8SLG. How you doing, Nick?
W8WKY.
KD8SLG, KD8QKO. I'm doing fine, sir. I'm doing fine. Oh, comments about Dustin. He's not out doing a snipe squatch hunt? I thought for sure he would be. But it's going to be around. I'll be around as well. And, yeah. That's about it. I guess I'll pass it back to you until the start of the net. Well, later in the start of the net, because I don't have any responsibilities tonight. Take care, Nick. Thanks for doing the pre-checks.
Thanks for being here, Nick. Good to hear you, man. Hey, are you going to make the meeting tomorrow night?
Oh, no, I'm not. I wanted to. I had planned to, and then I told my wife that we had the meeting this week, this Thursday, and she reminded me when I said that that's my son's birthday, and I believe it was heavily implied that it would be preferred that I stay home on his birthday than go to the meeting, so I'll be staying home. I guess I'll have to do next month, though Josh will have some comments on my end for the meeting. Yeah, that's about it. With that, I'll pass it back to you, Nick. KEAQKO.
I'll miss you, man. Just checking. And happy birthday to the boy. We're going to clear with KE8QKO. Let's punch in with Miss Lucy. See how Whiskey 1 Lima Lima's doing. KE8YUK, KD8SLG. How are you, Lucy? You got old trivia tonight? And how are things? How's the hazing going?
Nick, I think she's upstairs nursing well, and I forgot to get her handheld, so, but she will be here. Sorry about that. KD8SLG, W8HRF.
No worries, man, no worries. Thank you very much. I was thinking maybe, everything just died again. We'll talk to Miss Lucy later on. We're clear with KE8YUK. Whoa, early in the night for that. Let's see if Eric's with us tonight. KE8BZA, KD8SLG. Hey, Eric, you out there?
KD8SLG, KE8BZA here. Yep, I'm here, Nick, activating couches on the air. And sorry I missed Boredom Breaker today. Work was insane. I had meetings from 1 to 2 and 2 to 3. So, and both of them ran long, so go figure. Anyway, back to you, KE8BZA.
Sounds like a meeting kind of day. Hey, was there a food group net tonight? Because I was late. I didn't get in there until like 7:45, and everything was already shut down, it seemed.
Roger, Roger. It ended kind of early. There weren't that many check-ins. I think it probably ended about 7:30, 7:35, somewhere in there. Back to you, KE8BZA.
A day late and $1 short, story of my life. All right there, Eric. Got you sticking around. Thanks for filling me in there. All right, let me tell you who I've got on the list here already, who I have harvested, if you will. WB4AIZ, Chuck down in Florida, was in and out. Thanks, Chuck. Sorry we didn't have the girl here for you tonight. KI5RFI, Mac in Arkansas. W3ETB, Eddie in Maryland. K5CFY, Ray from Oklahoma, in slot number 10. AB8MO up north. KI5OZZ, Miss Nancy. WV3K, Phil was in and out. KC0LRM, Kelly, I think you're in Oklahoma tonight. AA8CS, President Gary's on the list. KG5FLL, Brad in Texas was in and out tonight. KE8QFT, Uncle Fred, you're on the list. KA5OWA, Dave, I got you on the list as well. I'm taking the early checks, pre-checks, for the beacon that starts at the top of the hour. I'm going to do a round or two here on RF, and then we'll run through the list we have so far and see who's sticking around and who's just here to get their ticket punched. This is KD8SLG. I'm listening. All right, we'll try this again because somebody else keyed up over me, I think. I'm taking early check-ins for the beacon net. It's KD8SLG. I'm listening.
CF5, Mike X-Ray Zulu, in and out.
CF5 ADE, Kilo Foxtrot 5 Alpha Delta Echo, Nick, Southfield.
All right, let me grab it there. We started with an MKZ guy, MXZ. Your prefix is cut off. We're running a link system here, so key up for a couple of seconds before you start talking. Hang on at the end for a second or so. I want to get everything. Get back to you in a second. And we picked up Nick and Sandy, KF5ADE and KG5SYC. Sounds like they're in Ohio. That's awesome. MXZ, you want to come back with your prefix for me, please? That'd be great.
Kilo India 5, Mike X-Ray Zulu, Chuck, Catoosa, Oklahoma.
Thanks, Chuck. If I had the boredom breaker net page up, I would have just found you there on the roster. I got you, KI5MXZ. Thanks for coming back to me, Chuck. All right, one more round here, real quick. Anybody else out there want to get on the list? I got you, Taco Tim. Anybody else want on the list? KD8SLG, I'm listening.
Kilo Foxtrot 8, Delta Yankee Echo, KF8TYE, Michael in Southeastern Ohio, no traffic this evening.
Kilo 4 Oscar Golf, K4OG, marking complete.
November 8, Yankee Quebec Lima, N8YQL, Jack in the Falls. Just stopping by to say hello.
November 8, Yankee.
All right, let me tell you who we got there. We got KF8DYE, Michael was in and out. Thanks, Mike. K4OG, Mark's on the list. KI5TAQ, Taco Tim. As I said, I got you in there, Tim. And N8YQL, Jack is in and out, stopping by to say hi. Thanks, Jack. Haven't heard you in a minute. And you say hi to Ed for me if you talk to him. All right, let's jump up to the top of the list here. See who's sticking around for tonight's Beacon Net here on WWKY Repeater. I'm KD8SLG. And first on the list, we got Mac in Arkansas. KI5RFI representing Arkansas. It's KD8SLG. You sticking around tonight, Mac?
KI5RFI here. Good evening, Nick, and everybody on the net. Beautiful night here in the Ozarks. Yes, sir, I will be sticking around. I wouldn't miss it, especially when you're involved in it there, Nick. Always love talking to you. Catch you guys a little bit later. It's my turn. KI5RFI.
All right, Mac. Great hearing from you, man. I think it's been a minute. And always enjoy talking to you, too. I hope you all are trying to stay cool down there in Arkansas. Going to clear with KI5RFI. Next up, we got Eddie in Maryland. W3ETV, KD8SLG. You sticking around tonight, Eddie? You just here to get your ticket punched?
W8WKY.
Nick, I'll be here. And you're sounding a little wobbly there. But I'll be here because those trivia questions give my wrong answers as usual. Back to you, Nick.
Eddie, I don't know what wobbly means, but it's probably on your end, because you sound wobbly all the time, dude. I'm not taking signal checks from you. Just saying. W3ETV, KD8SLG. Let's go to Ray out in Oklahoma and see what's going on. K5CFY, KD8SLG. How are you, Ray? You sticking around tonight for the big show?
KD8SLG in the net, K5CFY. Well, good evening there, Mr. Nick. I want to thank you for doing the first hour of the Border Breaker Net today. Thank the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association for linking us up for a couple hours on Wednesday. We definitely appreciate it. did a wonderful job there, and we miss Dustin, but you did a great job filling in. And I'll give it back to you. We'll be hanging around. K5CFY.
Always have a good time on the boredom breaking net on Wednesdays, Ray. Like I said today, we want to hold that hour, so we'll always take care of that one for you, somehow or another. I didn't get to stick around for Nancy's hour today, though. I had to run off and go pick up Audrey from a physical terrorist appointment. So I did get to listen in for a while, but I tried to punch in and nobody heard me from where I was. I was in the next county. Good to have you on board, Ray. Going to clear with K5CFY. Let's go up north and talk to Andy, man. Andy, the czar of the Warren Hamfest. AB8MO, KD8SLG. How are you, Andy? You sticking around tonight?
KD8SLG from AB8MO. I've been trying to shed that title for a while, and nobody seems to want it, so... thank you, Nick, especially. You came probably the furthest of anybody in the Sarah Club that I could think of. You know, everybody, drove a distance, so that meant a lot to me to see quite a showing from the club this year. And a couple of you guys got rewarded with some prizes. 3 of the club members ended up winning a prize, so... we'll talk about that more tomorrow. I plan to make the meeting. I'm not going to make dinner, but I am going to get a ride at our KF8 CO. I think it's COO. Just finishing out sending off thank you letters to all the indoor vendors here who signed up for space. So maybe I'll get that done here, certainly by the end of the net. KD8SLG from AB8MO.
Hey, Andy. I drove the first 40 minutes, and Ron drove the last hour and a half. So, thank you, Ron. KB8LNK, I know you're listening. Thanks, Ron. Going to clear with AB8MO. Let's go out to Nancy. KI5OZZ. Did you have fun on the second hour today, Nancy? And are you sticking around for the big show tonight? You just here to get your ticket punched.
KD8SLG and the rest of the pre-net netizens, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever day it is. From KI5OZZ, yeah, I had a great time. It was great being on the net again, and unfortunately next week I'll have to be off again, and I'm going to have to give Ray a raise and make sure that it goes through on the 32nd of the month. So, if you're listening, Ray, you got some cash coming your way. So, with that, I'll pass it back to you, and I'll be sticking around for the big show. KI5OZZ.
Cool. Good to have you on board there, Nancy. And sorry about next week. See if we can't get another all-Ohio day going. I'll start working on that. Glad you're sticking around tonight. We're going to clear with KI5OZZ. WV3K Phil was in and out. Thanks, Phil, if you're still listening. Let's go out to Kelly. I think he's in Oklahoma tonight. KC0LRM, KD8SLG. How are you, Kelly? You sticking around for the big show?
KD8SLG, yes, I will be sticking around for the big show, and yes, I am in Tulsa, and I tried to get on the Sarah net last night, but I was just a little late getting to the computer, so I missed that and the local one here too. So with that, I will be hanging around for the big show. All right, back to you.
Well, sorry I missed you last night there, Kelly. We had fun on the club net, and I got to tell you, the trivia question last night included an answer that was rubber chicken. KC0LRM, KD8SLG, got you sticking around, Kelly. Next up, we've got President Gary. And Andy, nobody wants this guy's job either. AA8CS, KD8SLG. How are you tonight, Gary? You going to stay up with us tonight, or are you just here to get your ticket punched?
Wow, that sounded awfully antagonistic there, Nick. I think I feel violated. Anyway, good to hear you. This is AA8CS. Wow. Yeah, let's get started with AB8MO. Andy, thank you for picking up for me while I was on vacay down in Daytona Beach. Had a really good time. It was nice to be with the kids. We actually tried to reconstruct a vacation that we had in 2012, which was the last time that all four of us were together on a just a pure family vacation. So that was nice to try to recreate anyway. But I appreciate it, Andy, that you picked up some slack there for me. I want to say hello to Nancy and Ray. Always a pleasure, and I missed them on the net when I was off last week. Yeah, I'm going to hang around. I think I will. I wouldn't miss this show for anything. Anyway, back to net. This is AA8CS.
Cool, Gary. I got you sticking around tonight, man. Awesome. And Gary will be back at dark and early tomorrow morning at the ungodly hour of 7 a.m. for the barometer net right here on the W8WKY repeater. Thanks, Gary. We're going to clear with AA8CS. KG5 FLL. Brad was in and out from Texas. Thanks, Brad. KE8QFT, Uncle Fred. KD8SLG. How are you, Uncle Fred? And you sticking around tonight?
Howdy, everybody. Yes, I'll be here next. KE8QFT. Back to the pre-net.
All right, buddy. Got you sticking around. You can tell us during the big show how the Guardians did today. I don't know. I rely on you for my sports scores. We're going to clear with KE8QFT. This is the BeaconNet pre-show on the W8WKY repeater. I'm KD8SLG, and next on the list we got Dave out in Oklahoma, KE5OWI, KD8SLG. How are you tonight, Dave? Are you sticking around for the big show?
Well, good evening, Nick. Well, not going to be able to. I'm just here for the pre-show, and I get up at 3:30 in the morning, so so I'll be hitting the sack here in just a little bit. But anyway, this is actually my first time to check into the BeaconNet. So even though I'm just pre-show right now, but I think this is the first time I've been on here. So anyway, you can go ahead and just put me in and out for the rest of it, and y'all have a good net tonight. And we'll try to get in here more often. KD8SLG, KA5OWI. Back to net.
W8WKY.
Had to wait for word from my sponsor there. Dave, I know you from the Boredom Breaker net, so I'm kind of surprised this is your first time here because, well, I'm just used to you. And, man, you sound good tonight. Just had to throw that in there. I get up at 3:30 every morning, too. It's either to go to the bathroom or to put more bourbon in my glass. We're going to clear with KA5OWI. N5 KVD Pete was in and out tonight. Thanks, Pete. And next up we got Chuck. KI5MXZ. How you doing, Chuck? Are you going to stick around for trivia tonight? Or are you just stopping by to say hi?
I'm going to try to stick around till my wife goes to bed, and then I might go to Echolink on my phone. Kilo India 5, Mike X-Ray Zulu.
All right, man, I got you sticking around tonight. Josh will give you a holler after the top of the hour. Looks like it's going to go pretty quick tonight, but I probably just jinxed that. We're going to clear with KI5MXZ. Let's check in with Nick and Sandy, my friends from Cibolo, Texas. KF5ADE, this is KD8SLG. Nickelodeon, sounds like you're in Ohio. How you doing, man? Do you think you can maybe make a meeting tomorrow night?
This is KF5ADE, Nick to Nickelodeon. Unfortunately, Nick, SLG, KF5ADE, we are not going to be able to. Nick at night has all the answers, but we will be out of town tomorrow. Unfortunately, we were thinking that it was Friday, but I wasn't reading the calendar quite correctly, so we wound up finding that it's going to be tomorrow that we'll be leaving here about in the mid-afternoon to Hocking Hills. It's a cabin resort type thing that my kids have set up, and so Sandy is not with me, by the way, and hopefully she'll come into the net on her own in a little while, but if you've got her on the list, just, I guess, leave her there, but she'll probably pop in a little bit later as well, so I better get this thing dropped just real well. I'll finish it up. At any rate, yes, I am staying for the show. I keep saying we. I do not have a mouse in my pocket, so there you go. KF5ADE, back to net control.
All right, Nickelodeon. Traveling stag, huh? We'll have to get together and go out and hit some of the, forget it. Well, Nick, I'm glad you're here with us tonight, and I got you sticking around. We'll listen for Miss Sandy later on. I'll watch the dashboard, see if she links up somewhere, too. So, good to hear you, man, and I hope somehow or another we get to hook up while you're here in Ohio. Going to clear with KF5ADE. KG5SYC, we'll hold off on that. KF8DYE, Michael was in and out. Thanks, Michael. Mark. We got a Mark up next. Oh, God, the original gangsta, K4OG, back in Ohio, I believe. How are you tonight, Mark? Are you tired from driving? Can you stay up and play trivia with us tonight? Go ahead, Mark.
K88SLG, K4OG, good evening, Nick, and everybody on the net. Man, I hope you guys have a fun time. Me and the wife, we stayed up many a late night in the Garden of Good and Evil and had a lot of fun. I slept in for 10 days straight at the risk of losing my spot with Jim on the morning net. So, just punch my ticket, Nick, and you can punch me tomorrow night. I appreciate it. Thanks for running the net. K4OG, back to Nick.
Oh, midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. Yes. All right, man. Sleeping in. Catch up tonight. I'm sure you had a long drive today. Thanks for stopping by and saying hi, Mark. Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow night, dude. Going to clear with K4OG. And let's go back out to Oklahoma and see what Taco Tim is up to tonight. KI5TAQKD8SLG. You sticking around tonight, Taco Tim?
Good afternoon, or I should say good evening there, Nick. This is twice that we talked to each other for the whole entire day. Yeah, I'm sticking around tonight. And, of course, if I wanted to, I could go out and harass Alan. Maybe break one of his wrenches, but that's okay. Because he's right now in the belly of an airplane. So I'll send it back to you. This is KI5TAQ.
Oh, Tim. Why don't you just leave Alan alone, huh, man? If you see him later on tonight, give him a slap on the back and a hug for me. He needs one. All right, I've got about 30 seconds left here before Josh is going to take over. I'm not even going to try to take another check-in because then I'll run until 10 minutes after. That's just the way it works. There is someone that keeps keying up on the fire side on top of me. Please stop. Josh will call for call-ins in a minute or two after he does his bit. In the meantime, I'd like to thank everybody who checked in here with me for the pre-show tonight. The Beaconet's about to start. W8HRF. This is KD8SLG. Light 'em up.
was an incredibly long, awkward silence. Sorry about that. My foot pedal decided to not work. That's weird. But anyways, QST. This is the Beaconnet. My call sign is Whiskey 8 Hotel Romeo Foxtrot W8HRF. Did I mention my name? Josh, Juliet Oscar Sierra Hotel, and I'll be your net control this evening. The Beaconnet meets every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern. Here on the W8WKY repeater, 147.390 with positive offset and appeal tone of 114 Mark 8. Allstar Node 48496 at Echolink at W8WKY-R. This is a directed net, so please pass all traffic through net control. We're linked up with our friends in Oklahoma, the Fireside Network, and various other repeaters, so we ask that you keep for a couple of seconds before and after you transmit so we hear everything that you've got to say. Before we start taking check-ins, is there any emergency or priority traffic? Any emergency or priority traffic? Emergency traffic only. Please call. There's my foot pedal. Excellent. We're back into it. Didn't hear any emergency traffic either, so that's wonderful. All right. So, stations waiting to check into Beaconnet who have now already checked into the pre-show. Just come with your call sign alphabetically, along with your name and location. Please call now.
This is Kilo 6 Kilo Juliet Victor. Kilo 6 Kilo Juliet Victor, K6KJV Kevin in Valley Springs, California, in and out. No traffic. Double D's. Delta and Delta. God bless and 73, everyone.
November 8th, Yankee Mike Yankee and 8YMY John Waynesburg will be in and out tonight, 7-3.
November 9, Kilo India Whiskey N9 KIW.
N9 QOX, November 9, Quebec Oscar X-Ray will be in and out.
KC9ZQN, in and out. KC9ZQN.
W8WK.
Hey, Josh, how you doing? And the net team, KC8FQV.
KN6UYZ, John in California. I'll be in.
KJ5 DLR, Cody, Central Texas, in and out.
All right, let me pick it up there. Okay, on that round, we picked up. Who did we pick up that time? First, I'm going to call Nick, KD8SLG. Is my audio still sounding okay? Over to you, Nick.
W8HRF, KD8SLG. It's a little muddy. It's better than when I typed in the blue screen something is wrong, so you did something in the right direction. Other part of it is, for some reason, there are multiple... I'm going to start clearing the board as far as who's keying up over top of you, and that should help too. KD8SLG, back to you, Josh. Fully copyable.
All right, thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Just keep me updated in the blue screen. I'll keep on monitoring. So, anyways, who did we pick up on that last round? We picked up K6KJV RevKev. We got you in and out, Kevin. N8YMY John, got you in and out. Thanks for stopping by, John. We do appreciate it. N9KIW looks like Chip out in Pennsylvania. Gotcha. Let's see, November 9, Quebec Oscar X-Ray. Got you in and out. Thank you for stopping by. Let's see, KC9 ZQN. Looks like Sarah in and out. Thank you for stopping by as well. We got KC8 FQV Mark, the net now, and let's see, KN6 UIZ Jason out there in California. Got you in there, and I think it was Kilo Juliet 5 Delta Lima Romeo. I'm going to confirm that. Kilo Juliet 5. Come with your call sign again, real quick.
Kilo Juliet 5 Julie Victor Victor Mark in Tulsa.
Okay, that was a Juliet Victor Victor, Kilo Juliet 5, JVV. I don't think that's the station I was looking for, but we got you on the log there, Mark. Was there a Kilo Juliet 5 Delta Lima Romeo out there, I think? Can you confirm that call sign?
Yeah, QSL KJ5 DLR.
All right, roger that. And we got you in and out. Was that right, in and out?
That's correct, sir.
Excellent. All right, thank you so much. All right, we're going to go ahead and get our trivia questions read here and get underway, and we'll do another round of check-ins here later in the evening. But, who's got main trivia? Oh, wait, it's me. So, tonight's main trivia question is as follows. What is a meteotsunami? Your options tonight are Alpha, a tsunami caused by a meteor hitting the ocean. Bravo, a tsunami caused by rapid barometric pressure change. Charlie, a tsunami that is caused by underwater volcanic activity. Or Delta, a tsunami caused when Meteo-Cornwaldo beam passes gas while swimming at the beach. Let me let this drop and read it again. All right, again, tonight's main trivia question is a meteotsunami, that's Mike Echo Tango Echo Oscar, meteotsunami, is which of these following things? Your options are Alpha, a tsunami caused by a meteor hitting the ocean. Bravo, a tsunami caused by rapid barometric pressure change. Charlie, a tsunami that is caused by underwater volcanic activity. Or Delta, a tsunami caused when Meteo-Cornwaldo beam passes gas while swimming at the beach. I'll go ahead and get this posted in the blue screen. And in the meantime, I'm so used to passing this back to net control, but I am net control. So we're going to pass it over to Lucy. KE8YUK, would you please read the alternate trivia tonight?
W8HRF, KE8YUK. And I see the waterfall going, so I guess I'm being picked up. Awesome. All right, here's alt trivia. Posting it in the blue screen as well. What became the first stethoscope? A, 2 cans connected by string. B, a repurposed child's trumpet. C, a rolled-up newspaper. Or D, telling the patient to scream every time they felt their heartbeat. Again, what became the first stethoscope? A, 2 cans connected by string. B, a repurposed child's trumpet. C, a rolled-up newspaper. Or D, telling the patient to scream every time they felt their heartbeat. That's your alt trivia, posted in the blue screen. Passing it back to W8HRF, KE8YUK.
All right, KE8YUK, W8HR. Let's see. Thank you for doing the alternate trivia tonight, Lucy. And I'm going to go ahead and remind everybody, as you're giving your trivia answers, if you wouldn't mind using phonetics, it makes it a little bit easier for our loggers to understand, because it's hard to tell the difference between B and B and B. So, there you go. Let's jump back up to the top of the list here. I believe there are no mobiles, which is pretty cool. Let's see. KI5 RFI, Mac out there in Arkansas. How's it going, Mac? And what do you have for the BeaconNet? What are your answers for trivia? Over.
Good evening. It's KI5 RFI in Springdale, Arkansas. Beautiful, nice, cool, rainy evening down here in Arkansas, which we needed badly. My trivia questions, I'm going to go with Alpha and Bravo. Alpha and Bravo. Back to net control.
All right, Mac. Well, thank you so much for being here. We do appreciate it, and we've got you down for Alpha and Bravo. So thanks for stopping by. You have yourself a fine evening. Hopefully my audio's getting a little better here. People are telling me to pull the microphone closer. So there it is. Going to clear with KI5 RFI. Brings us down to W3ETB out there. Eddie in Annapolis, Maryland. How's it going, Eddie? And what do you have for the net?
Hi, Josh. You're sounding a little bit better, but, I think you need to swap microphones with Lucy there. She's much clearer than you are. Anyway, but you're understandable. So I can hear you on Echolink, and you were a little low, but you're getting better. So I think Lucy said something about screaming, somebody's screaming. So it might not have been Will, it was probably you. Anyway, here in Annapolis, it's 73 degrees, and we have a 2.2 mile an hour gust. Average is 1.3 miles, which is unusual for nighttime, because usually sometimes at night here, we don't have any wind at all, but 73. And it's supposed to be really great weather for the next few days, so you guys in Ohio will probably have good weather as well. Let's just hope we don't get a whole lot of stuff from the hurricane that's passing by, but they say it's going to stay offshore, so hopefully that'll be okay. Anyway, I'll turn it back to you so you can get on down the list. W3TB, back to that.
W8WKY.
W3ETB, W8HRF. All right, Eddie. Well, we appreciate you stopping by there. Goodness. I might have missed your trivia answers because I'm not seeing them in the log. But, I am liking the slightly cooler weather we have. Right now it's 73 degrees outside, and we've got low 80s coming up this weekend. Goodness, we're going to get into high 70s, which is going to be awesome. And, man, I'm seeing mid to high 60s next week, so that's pretty different. So, anyways, we missed your answers, Eddie. Could you come back with them real quick? Sorry.
Yeah, that's what happens when you get old. I thought I said D&D, but maybe I didn't. Anyway, I put it in the list. D&D. This will be my answers. Thank you. I want to say Nick, but thank you, Josh.
All right, Eddie. Well, thank you for stopping by. We got you down for Bravo and Bravo, and you have yourself a good... Man, it feels like the weekend because I'm on the radio doing a net, but I feel like I'm doing the boredom breaker net. So, but all right, we'll clear with you, Eddie. Have yourself a good night. That brings us down to K5 CFY, Mr. A. How's it going, Mr. A? And what do you have for the boredom breaker net? Not the boredom breaker net. Oh my goodness, the beacon net. Go ahead, Mr. A.
P8 Hotel Romeo Foxtrot. This is Kilo 5 Charlie Foxtrot Yankee. Good evening there, Josh. Good to hear you on there. Wave a hand at Mr. Just Nick on the keyboard. Thanks for running the net there. And I think next Wednesday we're looking for an all-Ohio Wednesday there. So maybe you could help find somebody to do the second hour. Miss Nancy is... I think got something going on, but anyway, nothing else for me, so I'm going to go with Charlie and Alpha. So I'll give it back to you there, Josh. 73, K5CFY.
K5 CFY W8HRF. All right, Mr. Ray. Well, we got you down for Charlie and Alpha, and fine business there. And that would be cool. Very cool to have an all-day Ohio, both hours of boredom breaker net. So that'd be pretty cool. So I unfortunately am preoccupied with work, or I would take you up on that because that sounds like a lot of fun. But we'll see what we can do. So it'd be fun. All right, going to go ahead and clear with Mr. Ray. And for anybody who doesn't know, Mr. Ray is one of the wonderful net control operators for the N5XQK Memorial Boredom Breaker net. It meets every day, noon Central Time, goes for about 2 hours, and it is a lot of fun. So stop by. N5XQK-R is the Echolink, or 49562 is the Allstar connection there. And if you're here on Wednesdays here in Ohio, we link up, and sometimes on Saturdays when I'm running it every other Saturday. So fine business there. All right, going to go ahead and re-identify. This is the Beacon Net. My name is Josh, W8HRF here in Ohio, going through our list of check-ins. And next on the list is Andy up there in the land of snow and maple syrup. How's it going, Andy? What do you have for the net?
W8HRF and the Beacon Net. I think you need to run more nets here, Josh, until you get the name of it right. This is AB8MO. All right, I'm kind of curious how your trip to the ice cream store went and what you got. I don't know. I could find chocolate. I like chocolate ice cream, or if I could find like dark chocolate. I'd like dark chocolate even better. Like a chocolatier, the better. Although I do like, strawberry and that sort of thing. By the way, the cat says hello. You probably hear her. Let's see here. For trivia, oh shoot, I gotta go back to the blue screen. Let's see here. What is a meteor tsunami? Okay. Well, I don't know. Delta is a clever answer, and I'm almost tempted to go by that. I'm going to say Bravo, or B as opposed to D. Not to be confused with D and B. But yeah, we'll go B as in boy, Bravo. There you go, for phonetics. Won't drive Nick too crazy. And Lucy's? Oh, geez, where is Lucy's? Well, I have to get back to you on that because I forgot what the question was, and it's in the blue screen here somewhere, and maybe it was posted above Josh's. Probably was. Oh, here we go. We'll do... Well, I do like Delta for that. That sounds so ridiculous. I am going to go B and D on that. Go for Lucy's. Again, thanks to everybody who showed up at the Warren Hamfest. We made just as much as we did last year and we made up for we had an additional $500 in expenses this year that we did not have last year. So we made up that gap. And we made just about as much as we did the year before. So thank you for everybody who helped make that a success, and I have to clear my throat. So I'll throw it back to you there, Josh. Let's get together for lunch sometime. W8HRF, this is AB8MO.
AB8MO, W8HRF. Fine business, Andy. Well, for ice cream, what did we do? We did, there's an ice cream shop right across the way from Akron Fulton. What's it called? Strickland's. So we went there, and the only correct answer is peppermint ice cream. But we, unfortunately, did not get peppermint ice cream. We got, Lucy had chocolate and key lime, and I... Separate. Not together. That would be an interesting flavor. But, and I had my usual, I'm very boring, and I like my peanut butter milkshakes. So I got a medium peanut butter milkshake because I didn't want to pay for the $7 large. That was kind of crazy. But so that was that. And fine business on all the Hamfest stuff, and it was great to be there, and it was a great time. So Fine business. And yeah, I need to, I don't know what I need to do. Every time I think I'm fine and I'm in a groove and feel all confident running nets, throw something in there and like running a different net or something like that, and messes me all up. I get all turned around and confused, but I think I got my footing back under me now. So anyways, going to go ahead and clear with Andy. We got you down for Bravo and Delta. Thanks for being here, Andy. Going to go ahead and clear. Brings us down to KI5 OZZ, Miss Nancy. How's it going, Miss Nancy, and how was your hour of the boredom breaker net this afternoon?
W8HRF and the rest of the BeaconNet crew, how are you? This is KI5OZZ. Good evening. I'm going to go with Alpha Bravo for the answers, respectively. The net was fantastic this afternoon. It was great being on there again, and unfortunately, I'm going to have to pass it back to Ray again next week so I can go get my shoulder popped. But I should be back in the saddle as soon as the anesthesia wears off. So try to keep me out of the yard, I dare ya. I got to put my hands in the dirt, don't you know? All right, I'll hand it back to you. Have a good evening, everyone. KI5OZZ 73.
All right, KI5OZZ, W8HRF, fine business, Nancy. Well, glad that it was a fun boredom breaker net this afternoon. We got you down for Alpha and Bravo. What else was I going to say about all that? Good luck with getting your shoulder taken care of there. Hopefully the recovery is short, and you'll be back in the saddle there shortly after. So fine business with that, and I know what you mean. You got to keep moving. Got to keep moving. Got to keep doing stuff. So what's going on in our yard? We have a giant dirt patch in the backyard. I got to put a shed over top of, so I got to figure that out. Or I got to grow grass there. One of the two before the winter comes. Otherwise, it's going to be a mud pit. So, but anyways, all right. Going to clear with KI5 OZZ. That brings us down to Kelly KC0 LRM. How's it going, Kelly? And what do you have for the beacon tonight?
W8WKY.
W8HRF. Have trouble remembering that. I finally come up with a mnemonic I can remember. You probably not heard it. Maybe you have. I don't know. Hidden Radio Fox. That's the only thing I can think of. So that's what I'm going to remember your call sign by. Not a lot going on here. Just glad to get on here, and I'll do my answers before I forget. I definitely have to go D on the first one, any corn Waldo bean. I really want to go D on the second one, but I'm going to go B instead. So, or Bravo. So Delta and Bravo. Not a lot going on out there. I'll leave the rubber chicken comments to the side. And just getting ready for some college football. So that's coming up this Saturday, and I can't wait. So anybody had any ideas on who's carrying the most college football provider, let me know. All right. Back to you, Josh. Everybody have a good one. 73.
KC0 LRM. W8HRF. All right, Kelly. Well, we got you down for D and B or B and D or Delta and Bravo and Hidden Radio Fox. Okay, I hadn't heard that one. That's a good one. I remembered it. Lucy, when she found the call sign, she immediately thought of high radio frequency, so that's what stuck in my head since then. But that's a good one as well. And I think he said watching some college football. I know the Browns are back on the NFL side, so we've had a couple preseason games. I think they won the last two, so that's cool, but I don't put too much stock in the preseason games, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully it'll be a good season with Joe Flacco back. So anyways, going to go ahead and clear with you, Kelly. Thanks for being here. We appreciate it. And that brings us down to El Presidente, Alpha 8, Charlie Sierra. How's it going, Gary? Looking forward to seeing you at the meeting tomorrow. What do you have for the net?
W8HRF, this is AA8CS. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the meeting tomorrow night as well. Should be a good time. I'm just happy to be back in Ohio. We had a great week in Daytona Beach. We kind of recreated a 2012 vacation that the family had now a few years later, but it was a lot of fun, and we got to see two rocket launches from our our condo on the ocean there. It was gorgeous. We saw one at night, which was exciting, and one during the day as well. So it was quite interesting. Let's see, trivia before I forget. I'll do double D's. I like Cornwaldo's Scream. It sounds like a good movie or something like that. You were talking about ice cream earlier, Josh. They opened a Handel's ice cream here in Fairlawn at where the old Pizza Hut used to be. I think there's a sub shop and Handel's ice cream. I don't know how many people are interested in Handel's ice cream, but it's family-owned homemade ice cream, and it is to die for. And I'm not an ice cream kind of guy. I can take it or leave it for the most part, but boy, I'll tell you, Handel's is pretty doggone good. That's all I got tonight. Josh, want to invite everybody to the Barometer Net tomorrow morning at the ungodly hour of 7 a.m. Eastern Time, and I'll be the NCO, and welcome. Come on down. This is AA8CS, back to net. Have a good one.
Hey, A8CS, W8HRF. All right, Gary. Well, looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. Got your answers down for double D's there, and I may be able to talk to you tomorrow at the ungodly hour. We'll have to see. I'm not driving in tomorrow, so I have a harder time getting in there. It's kind of, well, it's not counterintuitive. I'm just right in front of my radio for a 40-minute drive normally, so. But, yeah, we like Handel's. We were actually talking about how we really like Handel's when we were at this other ice cream place today. We normally go to the Handel's down there in Akron, the one behind the Goodyear building, behind the big Goodyear sign. What is that? Is that East Market Street, I think? Main, Market of Main, something like that. But it's pretty good. It's nice, and it's a real short drive from our house, maybe about 3, 4, 5 minutes. So fine business there. Yeah, we like that. That's cool. All right, we'll catch you tomorrow, Gary, and we'll say 7-3s. Thanks for stopping by. Let's see that. KJ5 FFL Brad in Texas was in and out. Thanks for stopping by, Brad. We got Uncle Fred, KE8QFT. How's it going, Uncle Fred? What do you got going on tonight? What do you have for trivia?
Well, nothing going on. Trivia will be Bravo and Bravo. BB. Guardians lost earlier today. So, oh boy, don't have much else. Matter of fact, I can't think of anything else. But ice cream. I like Bittinger's in Wadsworth. That place, very, very popular. I've seen people standing outside Bittinger's in March. It was snowing, honest to God. Oh, KE8QFT, back to net control.
All right, Uncle Fred, K8QFT, W8HRF. Spending too much time typing in the blue screen. I haven't heard of Bittinger's down there in Wadsworth. Next time we're in the area, maybe we'll have to stop by and try some. But bummer the Guardians lost. It's too bad. Maybe they'll pick it back up. But, oh, man. But, hey, maybe we'll see you at the meeting tomorrow, Uncle Fred. Got you down for Bravo and Bravo, double B's. Not to be confused with double D's. Thanks for stopping by. We'll catch you tomorrow, Uncle Fred. All right, going to go ahead and re-identify. This is the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association BeaconNet. This is the BeaconNet on the W8WKY repeater. 147 Mark 390 with a positive offset and a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. My name is Josh, W8HRF, going through our list of check-ins here. Next on the list, we have Chuck, KI5MXZ. How's it going, Chuck? What do you have for trivia tonight?
Thank you, sir, for trivia. I have Bravo Charlie and just pulled the trigger on a Nikon 7300, which will be here 3 to 4 days. Kilo Indy 5, Mike X-Ray Zoo, back to net control.
All right, Chuck. Well, we got you down for Bravo and Charlie. Congrats on the new IC7300. I sat down and used that radio a couple times before. I like it. Got the 705 in front of me right now as one of the radios, and I like the menu system. Everybody says that about ICOMs, but most people say that about ICOMs. But I gotta ask, where'd you buy it from? Did you get it from DX, Gigaparts, HRO? Which one did you go with?
Yeah, after spending all day pondering which one, I went with DX Engineering.
All right, fine business. Well, it'll probably ship out of the warehouse. That's about 5 minutes from my door over here. So, fine business there. And we'll say 7-3, and I hope you enjoy that radio when you get it. So, all right, that's the next on the list. Nickelodeon, KF5, AE. How's it going, Nick? And I think I was listening on the reverse before. You were barely breaking my squelch. I couldn't really hear anything, but I can tell you're in Ohio. I can tell you're coming in on RF, so that's fine. That's cool. Or fine business there. What do you got for trivia? Over. Uh-oh. Try it again. KF5, ADE, Kilo Foxtrot 5, Alpha, Delta, Echo, Nick at Night. Not Nick at Night. Nickelodeon. You out there?
W8WKY.
This is KF5, ADE, Nickelodeon. And, sorry, Josh, I was listening to you as carefully as I could. Yeah, I'm just...
All right, Nick. Well, you were kind of breaking up a little bit there, but I heard you ask for a reread, so we'll go ahead and get that reread for you. Let me go ahead and let me take a break while I find my trivia to pull up. All right, so main trivia. Main trivia is, what is a meteotsunami? Your options are alpha, a tsunami caused by a meteor hitting the ocean. Bravo, a tsunami caused by rapid barometric pressure change. Charlie, a tsunami that is caused by underwater volcanic activity. Or Delta, a tsunami caused when meteocornwaldobene has gas while swimming at the beach. So, again, what is a meteotsunami? A tsunami caused by a meteor hitting the ocean? Or is it Bravo, a tsunami caused by rapid barometric pressure change? Or is it Charlie, a tsunami that is caused by underwater volcanic activity? Or Delta, a tsunami caused when meteocornwaldobene passes gas while swimming? I don't know if Lucy's here. She had to go she is not here. So I'm going to actually read her trivia question for her. So give me just a second, please. All right, baby Will is currently trying to be put to sleep there upstairs, so I'm going to read alternate trivia as well. So, alternate trivia for tonight is, what became the first stethoscope? Your options are alpha, 2 cans connected by a string. Bravo, a repurposed child's trumpet. Charlie, a rolled-up newspaper. Or Delta, telling the patient to scream every time they felt their heartbeat. Again, alternate trivia. What became the first stethoscope. Your options are Alpha, 2 cans connected by a string. Bravo, a repurposed child's trumpet. Charlie, a rolled-up newspaper. Or Delta, telling the patient to scream every time they felt their heartbeat. All right. Hopefully you're in a slightly better spot. Nickelodeon KF5 ADE. We'll go ahead and throw it back to you and see what your trivia question answers are. Go ahead.
KF5 AD. I hope this is a little clearer. I moved myself around for using less crackling going on in the kitchen. So we'll get the trivia out real quick. I'm going to go with Alpha Bravo, AB. I was thinking it was going to be something else, but yeah, we'll go ahead and stick with AB. So with that, yeah, and I'll keep it really kind of short because I am getting kind of crackly, which is always a deterrent. So we're here in Ohio, and Sandy's in Cibolo. And if you were with us last week, then you kind of all know what's going on. But unfortunately, I'll not be around for the club meeting tomorrow because I've messed up on the calendar. My daughter, and she's the one that set it up, and it's going to be her birthday weekend. So happy 40th to my. So, all right, with that, this is KF5AD. I'll let it go.
All right, KF5AD. Okay, I'm making it through. KF W8HRF. All right, Nick. Well, good to hear you. Bummed that you're not going to be at the meeting, unfortunately. That's a bummer, but we'll catch you next time. It sounds like you're going to be in the area for a while, so maybe there'll be more opportunities. So let's see. Oh, you were saying you were going down to Hocking Hills, I think. We were just there recently for my brother-in-law's bachelor party, so that was pretty fun. So it's a nice place. It's definitely a nice place. Enjoy your time down there, and we got you down for Alpha and Bravo. And going to go ahead and clear with KF5ADE. That brings us down to Miss Sandy. We'll see if she's out there. Kilo Golf 5 Sierra Yankee Charlie KG5 SYC. Miss Sandy, you out there? All right. I'm not seeing her connected on the dashboard here. Maybe I'm missing her. I'll try one more time. KG5 SYC. Miss Sandy, you out there? All right. Nothing heard. I didn't think I saw her on the dashboard there. But hopefully, if she's listening by some means, maybe YouTube, she has a good night. And going to clear with KG5 SYC. Going to go down and talk to Taco Tim, KI5 TAQ. How's it going, Tim? What do you got for the Beaconnet?
Good afternoon, or I should say good evening there, Josh. Oh, the only thing I can say right now is for the trivia questions, I'm going to go with Delta and Delta and let it ride like that. Oh, and I'm just resting, relaxing for a little bit. Going to get ready to go back to the hacienda and see what the old devil dog is going to be up to. Most of the time, I think he's always up to, like, shall we say, some kind of look on his face and thinking, what can I do to catch my daddy off guard? And then he does it, like coming up on my lap and start licking my face. But with that, I'll send it back to Net Control. This is KI5 TAQ.
KI5 TAQ, W8HRF. All right, Tim, well, we got you down for double D, double Delta, and Delta. And, well, thanks for being here. We appreciate it. Nice to talk to you tonight. You enjoy the time at home there, and we'll say 7 3s. And going to clear with KI5TAQ. Brings us down to Chip out there in Pennsylvania. November 9, Kilo India Whiskey, N9 KIW. How's it going, and what do you have for the beacon net? No, we might have missed him. We can try again. N9 KIW. Chip, are you out there? Or something close to that call sign at least? All right, that's too bad. Maybe we missed him. Go ahead and keep on moving down the list, but feel free to recheck if you're out there listening, Chip. Let's see, who else do we have on the list? Mark, KC8FQV up there in Aurora. I was just up there this afternoon, Mark. I'm up there a lot. I work up there. So, how's it going, Mark? And what do you have for the beacon net tonight?
All right, KCFQV. Well, we're down at the fairgrounds in Randolph. So, yeah, there's a few fairs going on. But they certainly didn't. The last thing that was going, this is a weird fair this year. Well, they had the demolition derby, but they got done about 9:30, I think. That's pretty early for the demolition derby. You know, but the corner stage, and they were had one of the groups were playing over there. You know, there's different things on at the entertainment stage and the corner. Well, there was a couple entertainment areas, and they were going. You know, normally there's a lot more traffic. You know. It sort of is getting fizzled out. Well, now it is that, you know, they're just about done. I'm going to go too. So I'm going to head on home. Got my Richard French fries. I got my Texas lemonade. And we'll come out tomorrow and walk around again. And then Friday is senior day. Yeah, the seniors 60 and older get in free. So, yep, I seen Lurch's Donuts. They were out there in Worcester, where they have their little trailer there at the shopping center where they have all them bins and bargains and whatever. So we'll send it back to net control. Oh, I'm going to reset and tell you my answers. Yeah, the main one is going to be B, and I think the alternative is going to be C. I think that's the way it was going to be. Yeah, newspaper is going to be the one that the stethoscope one. So whatever that one is, that'd be C. I think that was C with the newspaper, or that was B. But the one at the newspaper is that one, and then the other one is C. So whatever one the newspaper is, I think that was B. I can't recall now. But the newspaper for that one, and whatever letter that is, it's the other letter for the main. I think that's B and C, I think. Let me know if I messed up, KCFQV.
Radio check.
All right, there was a station there coming through the W8OKE there asking for a radio check. We were able to hear you, but I got dumped. Anyways, what happens? Anyways, we got your answers down there, Mark. We got you down for Bravo and Charlie. Yeah, I haven't gone to too many fairs there, Mark. I've wanted to go to Lorraine County Fair for years, but just never made it out there. They have a combine derby that I want to see, so one of these years we'll have to make it out there. But we've gone to Summit County Fair, and we've done some square dancing out there, so done a little bit of that. So, all right, you have yourself a good night there, Mark. Thanks for being here. Going to clear with KC8FQV. Brings us down to, what is that? Jason, KN6UIZ out there in California. How's it going, Jason? What do you have for the beacon net?
Hi, everybody on the net. This is KN6UYZ. It's John, and I'm from Rancho Cucamonga, California. To the trivia question, I'm going to go with Charlie Bravo on that before I forget. And let's see, what else has been happening? I sort of mentioned on the net one other time that I've been messing around with a lot of medical kind of stuff. Nothing too terrible, but, you know, it's the kind of thing that the doctor says to you after a couple of tests. He goes, well, John, I think you maybe need to go on a diet, you know, lose 60 pounds, start an exercise program, give up alcohol, give up sweets, give up processed food. And, you know, thanks for coming by. So that's what I'm doing. That's all all-encompassing. I lost a whole 5 pounds. But we'll see how it goes. But, yeah, all I do is sit around and stare at the clock. Is it noon yet? Is it time to eat again? I'm on 800 calories. Somebody mentioned that's like 4 stalks of celery, you know, per day. Anyway, back to net, KN6UYZ.
All right, KN6UIZ, W8HRF. All right, John. Well, thanks for stopping by. We got you down for Charlie and Bravo. Yeah, medical stuff is never fun. I guess the worst thing we've had to go through around here lately was labor. we just had a baby, so not quite the same thing. But anyways, we do appreciate you being here, and hopefully you have a good night there. So thanks for stopping by. Got you down for Charlie and Bravo. Going to clear with KN6UIZ. Brings us down to Mark. Got a couple marks out there. KJ5JVV out there in Oklahoma. Out there in Tulsa. How's it going, Mark? What do you have for trivia tonight?
Hey there, Josh, and everyone on the net. Yeah, you mentioned ice cream earlier. It actually kind of made me hungry. It's funny, though, that everybody has different ice cream parlors that they like. We have one here called Brahms Ice Cream. It's really good. They have all sorts of different flavors of ice cream here. So, yeah, my favorite, I like Rocky Road. But anyway, I just thought of that. But back to the trivia questions, I'm going to choose Alpha and Bravo. Alpha and Bravo is my answers to that. So I'm going to make this short. I know you still got other people waiting. So this is Kilo Juliet 5, Juliet Victor Victor, Merkin, Tulsa. Back to you.
KJ5JVV, W8HRF. All right, Mark. Well, thanks for being here. Rocky Road, definitely a good choice for ice cream. Fine business. And we got you down for Alpha and Bravo. Thanks for being here. Always makes it fun having so many check-ins. So you have yourself a good night, and we'll catch you down the log. Going to clear with KJ5JVV. We're basic. Let's see. I think we picked up Ben at the bottom here off the blue screen. We'll see if he's out there. K8BHQ, Ben, you out there? What do you have for the net?
W8HRF, KE8BHQ. I'm hopefully trying to get in from an indoor antenna down here in Strasburg. And if I made it, I don't really have much traffic other than I'll go with trivia and just take a guess at Delta and Delta. That's about all I've got. So this is KE8BHQ, and I'll give it back to you.
K8BHQ, W8HRF. All right, well, the indoor antenna is working. I don't think there were any dropouts. There was a little bacon frying in the background there, but we heard everything you had to say. Most importantly, we got you down for Delta and Delta. Hey, Ben, are we going to see you at the meeting tomorrow? Are you going to be coming up to the meeting? Over.
You already know I'll be there. I put my vacation in 1 month in advance for each meeting, so unless the world stops me, you can plan on meeting me there. This is KE8BHQ.
All right, there we go. We got some dedication. Got vacation time to come up and see participate in the club meeting. Fine business, Ben. All right, we'll see you there. Looking forward to it. going to clear with K8BHQ. I'm at the bottom of the list. Let me go ahead and re-identify. This is the Beacon Net. I got it right that time. On the W8WKY repeater. 147 Mark 390 with a positive offset and PL of 114.8. We're on Allstar Node 48496. Echolink W8WKY-R. There's other ways to get into, like through the boredom breaker hub, but we are here every Sunday and Wednesday night, starting at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. That's 9 p.m. Tulsa time. And we're ready to take some more check-ins. So, if you'd like to check into the Beacon Net and join us for some trivia questions, give me a call. Give your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location. Please call now.
This is Kilo Juliet 5, Charlie Lima Victor, KJ5, CLV, Bobby, Sand Springs, Oklahoma.
All right, well, we'll take them one at a time. KJ5, CLV. We got Bobby out there in Oklahoma. Anybody else who'd like to get on this round of check-ins, please call now. All right, nothing heard. Bobby, before I work you just a second, give me just a second. I apologize. I want to try for another station who is not responsive, but he is connected up here. N9 KIW, November 9, Kilo India Whiskey. Chip out there in Pennsylvania. You out there, Chip? And would you like to answer the trivia questions?
W8WKY.
Man, I can see he was keyed up a minute ago. I don't know what's going on, but N9 KIW, one more time. We'll give you a call. N9 KIW, you out there? All right, nothing heard there. Going to go ahead and down here and work Bobby here. What do you got for the net, Bobby? KJ5, CLV. What are your answers for trivia? And let me know if you want them reread. It's about time to reread them.
This is KJ5CLV. Thank you, sir, for getting me on the net. I keep forgetting about you guys on Sunday night and Wednesday night, so I'm trying my best to remember and get on here. So for the trivia, I'm going to go with Charlie and Bravo. The best I can remember when I heard you read the question a while ago. So anyway, I'm going to get off here so you can get you some more. This is KJ5 CLV, back to net control.
All right, Bobby. Well, we got you down for Charlie and Bravo. Sorry, I got to say it right. Charlie. I think Mark was in and out earlier. He had a long drive. That's okay. Anyway, thanks for being here, Bobby. And that's all right. We're glad you're here now. And, yeah, maybe we could send out email reminders for the Beacon Net. You know, I actually checked into a net once. It was just once. And then after that, for a couple months, I was getting emails, reminders about the net every evening. So that was interesting. Anyways, we'll go ahead and clear with Bobby. Thanks for being here, Bobby. KJ5CLV, W8HRF. All right, we're back at the bottom of the list. See if we can get any more. We are at number 37, so we have a few more to go before number 42. So I don't know if we'll make it tonight, but we'll give it a shot. If you'd like to get on the list for the Beacon Net, please come with your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location. Please call now.
Alpha India 5, Quebec AI 5Q, Jerison, Tulsa, just in and out tonight.
All right, I'll pick it up there. Thanks, Jairus. We appreciate you stopping by. AI5Q, we got you in and out. All right. Nick suggested we could sleep tonight rather than trying to stretch this out and get to number 42.
I like that idea.
Lucy likes that idea. Okay, I guess everybody likes to go to bed except for me. We're going to go up and talk to the net control team. Let's go talk to Nick. KD8SLG, I see you got yourself down for Bravo and Charlie already. What's up, Nick? What do you have for the net tonight?
W8HRF, KD8SLG. Good evening, Josh, and all the Beacon netizens. Fine business, man. Fine business. Yeah, I'm going Bravo, Charlie. I do them early so that I am not influenced by everybody else's choices and I don't get bored and start Googling. It's hard to resist sometimes, but the questions are interesting. I just want to stick around, have some fun. It's all in good fun, everybody. It's all in good fun. Looking forward to the meeting tomorrow night. Absolutely. Looking forward to seeing everybody that makes it there. And it's always fun to get in there and have some eyeball QSOs and talk off the air and say things we can't say here. Andy's Hamfest went great. It's great seeing you there as well, Josh. Thanks for helping out there. I'm glad I went. And that was the first one I've made it to this year, and I usually do all of them. So I had fun. Had to ice for a few hours after I got home. But hey, it's worth the trip. What else is going on? September 7th, picnic. December 11th, mark the date. That's going to be our Christmas get-together. So anyone who's going to that, mark the day. That's all I got for now, man. Fine business tonight. Thanks for picking up for Dustin. Do appreciate it. We had some fun. W8HRF. KD8SLG, back to net control.
KD8SLG, W8HRF. All right, Nick. Sounds good. I got you for Bravo and Charlie, like you said, and Lucy's already putting the December 11th Christmas dinner on the calendar, so we don't forget. I had actually marked down the Sarah picnic on the wrong day. I had it for this, what was it, Saturday, September 6th, and Stephanie emailed and said it was the 7th. And I have to move that, so. Lucy was like, no. I even asked Lucy, and she was like, no, it's the 7th. So, fine business. Good to see you at the Hamfest, too. I think I heard that Ron, somebody mentioned that Ron did end up getting all that stuff he was looking to buy, so that's very cool. And, yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. Looking forward to it. All right, going to clear with KD8SLG. Brings us down to Dustin. KD8BC. How's it going, Dustin? What do you have for the net tonight? How does it feel to have no responsibilities whatsoever? Over to you.
All right, W8HRF and the Beacon Net. Well, good evening, Josh. Feels pretty good to have no responsibilities, and I really appreciate you covering for me tonight. Initially, I planned to still be in Pennsylvania, but plans change and evolve, and I ended up back here this evening instead, and I'm okay with that because I'll tell you what, I miss my own bed when I'm not able to sleep in it. So there you go. Let's see here. I spent the day in Erie, Pennsylvania, as I said, in last night, too. Met up with my friend Tyler N3TDM. We've known each other forever and haven't gotten to see each other in probably close to 14 or 15 years. So that was nice to be able to get to see each other and spend some time and hang out. And also went over to Presque Isle State Park there. Visited like 4 or 5 of their, I think, 17 beaches they've got there. Visited a lighthouse and saw some really cool things there. Saw a guy flying a kite on the beach. That was pretty interesting. Boy, I had some other comments. I don't know what they were. Before I forget, let me do trivia real fast. Give me Bravo and Charlie for my trivia answers. Man, what else did I have? I don't know that I'll be at the meeting or not tomorrow. Like I said, I've been in Erie and I got a bunch of things to catch up on, so we'll see how that goes. But I'm kind of hoping to be there to see everybody because it's been a minute since I've been able to make it there. That's really all I've got for you. Thanks for doing it, Josh. 73, have a great evening, and we'll look forward to catching you down the log. This is KD8EPC, back to net control.
K88EBC, W8HRF. All right, Dustin, fine business there. And glad you got to catch up with an old friend. That's a long time to go between seeing, so that's a lot of catching up to do. So, fine business. And Presque Isle, yeah, we've been out there before. Lucy and I went for just a day trip back when we were dating, and it was good. It was nice. We went on a hike and went and hung out at the beaches, and it was good. Didn't go into the amusement park or anything like that, but I didn't even know it existed. We were much more West Siders, so we'd go out to Cedar Point, and Sandusky and the Bay and everything like that. So, all right, well, we got you down for Bravo and Charlie, and hopefully we'll see you at the meeting tomorrow. It's been a minute, but if not, understand why. I know what it's like to have stuff to catch up on at the house. So, and it's a pleasure to run the Beaconette. So thanks for letting me do it. Appreciate it. Going to clear with K80BC. Brings us down to K8QKO. How's it going, Nick? Long time no talk to you. How's it going?
W8HRF, K8QKO. I think I heard you call me. Is that correct?
Yeah, that was you, Nick. K8QKO, W8HRF. Over to you.
All right, copy that, sir. Yeah, I was like, wait, did he just finish talking and say my name? I don't know. I'm getting tired. Anyway, that's how it goes. Yeah, I got to get up in the morning, got a dentist appointment. That's always fun. Yeah, that's really what I've got going on. Like we and I talked earlier about the Jamboree on the Air, so look for announcements on that if you want to hear anything. And opportunities. But yeah, I think you're going to mention that during the club meeting tomorrow, which would be awesome. And, trivia. I should do trivia. All right, in memory of Larry the Rubber Chicken, I'm going to go with Delta and Funyuns. That'll be my trivia answers for tonight. Yeah, aside from that, not much else going on. I will miss the club meeting because my son's 14th birthday is tomorrow. I try to explain to my wife that 14 is not really a popular birthday, but you know how that goes. Yeah, anyway, that'll pass it back to you, Josh. K8QKO.
All right, Nick. Well, we will miss you at the meeting tomorrow, but it's family before Hamley for sure. And, all right, fine business. What else was it? Man, what else did you say? I forgot. See, as people talk, my secret is I write stuff down. I type it as they're saying it because I'll forget otherwise as soon as I key up, and then I comment on it. So, anyways, yeah, we'll talk about Jamboree on the Air there tomorrow a little bit and see if anybody's interested in helping out. We'll go from there. So, fine business, Nick. Well, thanks for being here. And Nick, why don't you put me down for Lucy's alt trivia? Why don't you put me down for Funyuns as well? We'll do that. So, gonna go ahead and clear with K8QKO. Brings us down to Miss Lucy. K8YUK. What comments do you have for the net, Lucy? And we'll do trivia in a little bit. K8YUK, W8HRF.
W8HRF, K8YUK. I believe I overheard the answer for Maine, so I'm going to go with probably Delta. And alternate I know, so I must abstain, unfortunately. Great state of Ohio. Yeah, what a day, man. What a day. Betty has definitely realized that I'm spending more time with Will and is not a huge fan. She's still loving him very much, a little bit too much. But now she wants to be with me all the time. She is literally at my elbow. I have hit her at least twice in the head with my elbow because I turn around and she's there. But we picked more green beans. We have at least 2-gallon bag pulls, and that's after eating them and giving a quart bag away to our mailman. But that's pretty cool. Our melons are coming up. Oh, I wanted to say, Dustin, if you're still in Erie, which I believe you are, now he's home. Doggone it. That's what I get for not paying attention. I have family in McKean, Pennsylvania, which is effectively Erie, Pennsylvania. I need to visit them again. I miss them. I'm not that close to them, which makes me sad. So I need to build those bridges up a little bit. But, yeah, if anybody's out there at Frank's Farm Stand, tell them I said hi. They would know me better under Antelec rather than Van Dyke, but they'll connect the dots. Well, at least the family will. Now they've hired on other people. Anyway, I'm rambling. That was my trivia, and that's pretty much it. I'll kick it back to Josh, KE8YUK, W8HRF. Wait, other way around. W8HRF, KE8YUK. 73s, everybody. God bless.
All right, well, we're going to resend that 73s because she's going to be reading the trivia shortly here, but that's okay. All right, getting clear with KE8YUK for now. Brings us down to Eric, KE8VZA. What's up, Eric, and what do you have for the net tonight?
W8HRF in the group, KE8VZA here, activating couches on the air, doing my part. Anyway, trivia, I'm going to go with Bravo and Charlie, if I applied the phonetics correctly. Bravo and Charlie. Let's see, what is going on here today? Got the boy moved back into Miami U, which you probably heard on the barometer net, if you heard me say it. Monday, me and the XYL, was a nice, smooth trip. Son was very organized. I was very impressed. And his last two semesters, he's a senior this year. So anyway, hard to believe. Green beans. Someone gave us some green beans, and I swear we would eat some, and then when you're not looking, they multiply. It's the weirdest thing. And also, in the memory of Larry the Rubber Chicken, I think the Funyun Company needs to come out with bacon-flavored Funyuns. I think that would be tasty. Anyway, Bravo and Charlie for trivia. Thanks for running the net, Josh, and Lucy with the alt trivia there, and Nick on the keyboard. Just Nick. Anyway, I will be at the meeting tomorrow, so look forward to seeing some of you. KE8VZA back to net control.
KE8VZA, W8HRF. All right, Eric, we got you down for B and C, or C and B, Bravo and Charlie. And also bacon-flavored Funyuns. Goodness gracious, I don't know about that. Sounds like an interesting taste. Everything's better when you put the bacon flavor to it. So, fine business on your son being organized there. And man, senior already. Wow. Man, I remember when I was a senior in college. That was doesn't feel that long ago, but I guess it's already been 3 years. So that's interesting. Anyways, and green beans. Yes, we have so many green beans outside. They just keep on growing and growing and growing. We have bags. We should bring bags of green beans to the meeting. I have to remember. I've got a box of ends of coax with end connectors on them. I want to bring, see if anybody wants them, can use them. So I got to do that. Anyways, I think that's the bottom of the list. I don't really have too many other comments. I've talked enough tonight. So we're going to go ahead and run with main trivia here and go from there. So let me take a break for time. All right, tonight's main trivia question was, partner hub's keyed up. All right, now that the Extended Freedom Network's not keying up. So tonight's main trivia question was, what is a meteor tsunami? Your options were Alpha, a tsunami caused by a meteor hitting the ocean. Bravo, a tsunami caused by rapid barometric pressure change. Charlie, a tsunami that is caused by underwater volcanic activity. Delta, a tsunami caused when a Medio Cornwaldo beam passes gas while swimming at the beach. All right, the answer was Bravo, a tsunami that's created by a rapid barometric pressure change. So if you answered Bravo, you got it correct. Tsunamis are triggered primarily by earthquakes. I think that's pretty common knowledge, but Medio tsunamis are driven by air pressure disturbances, often associated with fast-moving weather events, such as severe thunderstorms, squalls, and other storm fronts. The storm generates a wave that moves towards the shore, and then it's amplified by a shallow continental shelf, an inlet, a bay, or other coastal feature. So they've been observed to reach heights of about 6 feet or more, and they occur in many places around the world, including the Great Lakes, the Gulf, the Atlantic coast, the Mediterranean, and Arctic seas. So there you go. Identifying them is kind of challenging because obviously a wave looks like a wave, but they're very similar to ones that are created by seismic tsunamis. But NOAA scientists have found some atmospheric conditions that are likely to generate them, and continue to work on ways to forecast them. So there you go. That's your main trivia question. It's Bravo, created by a rapid change in barometric pressure. I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to Lucy. K8YUK, will you please read alternate trivia?
I rescind my story. I've been told to. Here's your trivia. What became the first stethoscope? A, 2 cans connected by string. B, a repurposed child's trumpet. C, a rolled-up newspaper. Or D, telling the patient to scream every time they felt their heart beat. The answer, to the shock of everyone, I'm sure, a rolled-up newspaper. A French physician named, and bear with me here, René Théophile, I don't know, Hyacinthe Laennec, French to be determined, invented the stethoscope in 1816. It first occurred when he rolled a newspaper into a tube to listen to an overweight patient's heartbeat. He realized he could hear better with the rolled paper than by pressing his ear against the patient's chest, which was the preferred method at the time, and the rest is history. He quickly developed a more professional design, a hollow tube made of wood and brass, inspired by school children holding their ears up to long hollow sticks while scratching the opposite end with a pin. The sticks transmitted and amplified the scratchings. The modern stethoscope with rubber tubing going to both ears was not developed until the 1850s. So there is your answer to the trivia. Alternate trivia, Charlie is the answer. 73 is for real, everybody.
K8YUK, W8HRF. All right, fine business, Lucy. When you read the question before, I didn't process it. Most of the time, when you read the alternate, I don't really process it. I have to listen back, or I have to go back in the blue screen and I have to look at it. That was the case this time as well. So when I read it for you, that was my first time hearing it technically. So I was laughing at it in real time. So, anyways, all right. Well, that was the bottom of the net control list. We're going to jump down and see if there are any more check-ins out there who would like to get in. If we get 4 more check-ins, that'll get us to number 42, the answer to life, the universe, and everything. So we'll see what we can do. If you'd like to check into the BeaconNet, please call now.
Quebec Oscar X-Ray, Greenfield, Ohio, name is Devon.
Echo 2, Bravo, November, X-Ray.
All right, I'll pick it up there. Okay, that time we picked up 2. First one, we you were kind of chopped off there. We missed your prefix. I got something, Quebec Oscar X-Ray or Whiskey Oscar X-Ray. Could you come back with your call sign, please?
It's November 9, Quebec Oscar X-Ray, Greenfield, Ohio, and I have no traffic.
There we go. N9 QOX. Got you that there from Greenfield, Ohio. Thanks for stopping by. We got you in and out, no traffic, but we do appreciate it. Let's see. We also picked up KE2BNX. Looks like James out there in New Jersey. Let's see. What do you got for the net there, James? KE2BNX, W8HRF.
to BNX. I was just scanning through TGIF and it came up. So I figured I would do a check-in. Checking in from New Jersey. Back to net.
All right, fine business, James. Well, thanks for stopping by. Sounded pretty good on TGIF there. Can tell you're coming through digital mode, but sounding good. So we do appreciate you stopping by. I'm reading blue screen comments. For those who don't know, the blue screen is if you go to NetLogger, if you search NetLogger on Google, go to NetLogger. I think it's netlogger.org. You can download it. And it's basically what we use to keep track of everybody during the net, write everybody's calls down, and there's an instant messenger window off to the side. So if you want to get on the blue screen action, that's how to do it. So, all right, we're going to do one more call. This will be the last call for check-ins. Please come with your call time phonetically along with alphabetically. Please call now.
November 6th, Bravo Lima, Hesperia, California. Name here is Bela, and good evening. No traffic.
This is KE2 GOF Kilo Echo 2 Golf Oscar Foxtrot. Name's Robert, calling from New York. No traffic.
All right, Nick knows what I'm about to do, but we picked up November 6th, Bravo Lima, Bella out there in California. Thanks for stopping by. We appreciate you. We got you in and out, and we got K2GOF, Robert out there in New York. Thanks for stopping by. We appreciate you. Got you in and out. All right, I need one more check-in, please. If I could get to number 42, that would make my night. And we'll wrap it up after this. I know I did the last call. I'm sorry, Nick. Can I get one more check-in?
W8HRF, this is W8WKY. In and out tonight.
Oh, thank God. Thank you, Nick. We got number 42. We got W8WKY, the Silvercreek Club down here in Doylestown. Thank you, Nick. I do appreciate that. We made it to number 42. Thank you all for being here tonight. We do appreciate that. I hope everybody had fun tonight. I know I did. So it was a lot of fun playing radio. So thanks for stopping by. So on behalf of the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, myself, I got to scroll up. Myself, W8HRF, Just Nick, KD8SLG, Dustin, KD8EPC, Nick at Night, KE8QKO, Miss Lucy, KE8YUK, and KE8VZA. Along with Alan, KI5DAY, and in memory of Larry the Rubber Chicken. I'd like to thank every one of you for checking into the Beacon Net tonight. Next edition of the Beacon Night Net, we meet here every Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern on the W8WKY repeater node 48496 on Allstar Echolink W8WKY-R. Also, don't forget to check out the Barometer Net, also on the W8WKY repeater, every morning at 7 a.m. Eastern, except for Sunday. Please also check in with our friends at the Border Breaker Net. They're running every day, noon Central Time, on Allstar Node 49562 and Echolink N5XQK-R. You have been listening to the Beacon Net. This is Whiskey 8 Hotel Romeo Foxtrot. Josh here in Akron, and I am returning this repeater back to normal and customary amateur radio use at this time. 7-3 all, and thank you all for the number 42. Have a good night.
KCADEY, try it again. This is AB8MO. Well, he had Dave and East Sparta checking in, but nobody heard him. So I guess it would be 43. I guess he left, but I heard him. AB8MO. Good night, all.
Thanks, Andy. Appreciate it. Sorry we missed him. Got KC8EEY. All right, 7-3 all. W8HRF is clear.
Yes, when you got a shoestring and a can to talk to people on, they tend to let you slide by. This is KC8EEY.
Yeah, you got a great signal into 015 from East Sparta. Alrighty. Yeah, we were having some interference on the repeater. It got disconnected, but that just rewards whoever was doing that. So I just had it in receive most of the time. And whoever was doing it finally got the idea if they weren't interfering with anything. So I didn't get a chance to switch the repeater back to transmit. So sorry about that, Dave, but we got you checked in. All right, I'm going to head off to bed, but you have yourself a good one. KC8EY, this is AB, and I'm out.
Yeah, I did bump it up a little bit of power, working off my J-pole down here. I don't have my beam up, so if I'm making it on my J-pole, I figure I'm doing a good job. Okay, my friend, you have a good night, and we'll say 73s. This is KC8EY clear.
W8WKY.
This is Kilo India 5 India Kilo in La Madera, New Mexico. Kilo India 5 India Kilo. Listening.
K6CGH.
K6EBH, this is Kilo India 5 India Kilo.
Roger, I didn't get the call. All I see is a KC2 in there, but Kilo India 6 is K6CGH.
Kilo India 5 India Kilo. KI5IK in La Madera, New Mexico.
Roger, KI5IK in New Mexico. K6CGH over here, Robert over here in Fontana, California there, Roger.
Well, thank you for coming back to me, K6ECH. You have the honor of being my first DMR contact. That actually proves this radio works. How about that? I guess I don't know what it's linked to because I see you're linked.